Welcome back to Excel for Economics. This time we'll be looking at some logical functions. So we used if statements in the previous video. Now those are actually combined as embedded functions. So we can say sum if, and we can say sum up all of data one if it satisfies a certain condition. Is it greater than 0? And this is our condition that we're going to say. So all the negatives will be gone. So we'd only be adding up the positive greater than 0 values. Note that the sum here, if we look in this bottom right corner down here, you see that it's 18. So we're actually only adding up all the negative ones. We can also do the same thing for data 2. We will do sum if, and we're going to give it data 1, comma, our criteria greater than 0. And what we want to do is sum over a different range. We don't want to sum over data 1. We want to sum over data 2 because we're interested in using data 1 as a condition, but data 2 is the actual output. And we can see that sums to 26. So every time the condition is true for data 1, it'll add the values from data 2. And we can do the same thing for COUNTIF. Also the case that it'll add this together, quote, greater than 0. And it'll add finds 13 times where data 1 is greater than 0. And we can also add this in as a condition to say, you know what, when you find this to be true, what we'd like you to do is add up the data 2 once. Actually, you can't. This gives us an error. So we can only add up things that are true inside of our actual model. Okay. We can do determine if something's even. So we can say even and ask it if this number is even. And it'll also tell us if this thing is odd. Okay, so this will round up to the nearest odd or even integer. So let's choose 2 and 2. You can see it rounds up to 3. Is this an NA? It's not applicable or not a number. You can ask, is this a text? No, this is a number, so it's going to come back with false. Is this number? Okay. For the odd and even, there's also, we could ask the question, is this odd? Is this even? And it comes back with true. Is 2 odd? And it will come back with false. So we can actually ask the if statement as well. The sum if, we'll say if the condition is true, so we give it a data range, data 1 greater than 0, comma, data 2. Comma, quote, greater than 0. And this should be an S at the end. This should be some ifs. The typo. Ifs, because we're adding multiple conditions. So our sum range is data 2. Our next condition is based on data 1. We then have data 2, and our condition is that it's greater than 0, also greater than 0. So we're able to have multiple conditions and some ifs, plural. Likewise, we can have count ifs, where we have multiple counts where both conditions have to be true for it to add. We can also find out the sign. We can see it, and it'll give us a 1 or a -1, based on the sign of the variables. Okay, great. We'll see you in the next video.